Sup guys, quick disclaimer as always, if you want coaching, and I'm sure you do, Discord down below, DM me there, we got limited offers, and enjoy the video, it's a really fucking good one as always. Sup guys, back with a new banger, and we got a cappy, we got the watch. Why do I have this watch? Because I'm a jungler and it's all about time. Not just kidding. We are going to talk about the Chinese way of jungler. What the fuck do I mean by that? If you look at Chinese junglers, they are the most psychotic, mechanic-relying animals you will ever see. So, let's get into this great PowerPoint. What the fuck is Chinese jungling? I got a couple of notions here. First thing first. You play like a psycho, you go for every play. Second notion, you rely on your mechanics heavily, like heavy as fuck. Third notion, you're like macro is not your first priority, right? You want to fight, kill. And notion 4, it's Agron's fucking nightmare because he is the king of being a bitch in the jungle. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, the point of this video is you want to incorporate the positives and drop the negatives associated with Chinese jungling. So what do I mean by this? Again, before I go in depth about this, everything is based, and I'm just repeating myself at this point, I said in every video like 10 times, but everything is based on golden EXP. And once you understand this, you're good to go. Chinese jungling is nothing else than going for very high value, yet risky, sometimes, most of the time, risky plays. Because most of the time, the high value plays are gonna be attached with some risk, right? So again, this just proves my point again. Everything is based on golden EXP, and there is no such thing as a playstyle, honestly. It's all based on this concept here. And the mentality with Chinese jungling, like this is the extreme of the spectrum. The other, like Agron would be full clear king. Then we got the fucking Sip, the bow, who's coming to Europe, like going 20 kills in every challenger game. His mentality is kill. This is the extreme example here. And again, why is everything of this based on golden EXP? Right, you got the Agron. Value of a camp down here. You see this right here? It's like 100 gold and some XP. That's it. What is the value of a kill? And why do Chinese junglers love killing so much? A kill gives you 300 gold, some XP, and you get the enemy behind while you're getting yourself ahead. And this is how you create a massive canyon. Like, I'm not saying a gap, like a canyon. Like, you know the Korean guy? This is how you completely stomp games. But there is one thing, because if that's all there is to it, like everyone would be playing for kills, right? But there is some risk attached, because the camp is guaranteed. Perma-killing is not very likely guaranteed at most times. So, the Chinese jungle playstyle. What the fuck is the playstyle? There are no playstyles again, but people just like to label it. That's why I called this video like this. This playstyle values golden EXP more than anything else, which makes sense. They are not going for guaranteed medium income sources through camps. They're going for high kill games, fast-paced mentality. They just want to kill. So this is really the mentality of this playstyle. But there's one thing though. You have to be able to be fundamentally so sound that you identify good ganks. You identify first of all if you can get a kill on a gank. And here really comes the catch. They are going, like I always in my coachings tell you guys, you only want to go for guaranteed plays. So either camps or ganks. Usually around 80% success rate if you think a gank will work out. The thing though is, the second thing you have to be able to do is you have to be a mechanical freak. Okay? And you don't have to be that, you can become one of course. But Chinese jungling is all about identifying a gank, but they will go for a gank, which for you would be like 20% success rate, but they are so confident with their mechanics that they actually, a 20% success rate gank for them, for you, is like an 80% success rate gank for them, because they're mechanical freaks. And this is a fun way of playing. So, this is the conclusion, fuck that. We will go straight into a game now, and I will show you guys. This was like a Diamond Masters game. I think that was roughly the MMR. I will show you a freak game of mine. And I want to emphasize again, this is an extreme example. You have to have tons of experience to really push the limits as far as you can. And there's gonna be some games where you might fuck up playing like this. So I do not advise you guys to play like this. I just want you to pick out, the cherries on top with this playstyle. But again, I just want to show you guys, in this game, I was playing Diego against an Echo. Not gonna go too in depth about pathing or whatnot. I just wanna go through the game in terms of the playstyle. So right here in this game, let me actually go full screen here. So this game, Echo started on his blue buff. What am I doing here? Now you can see this is not Chinese jungle playstyle. This is actually very general playstyle. You identify your options. Top lane, not really an option. Mid lane is an option. But I also knew that Echo started on his blue side. So I'm thinking about either a mid gank here or taking his red buff and invading him on there. Because for me it's very guaranteed with my lane states that I can for sure kill an Echo on his red buff. And mid lane is also looking very juicy here. So I'm just identifying to the T what is guaranteed or where can I get a kill. So right here, you can see I'm looking for this. Right now, I don't think it's guaranteed. And the Echo right here, I was fine with this. Even if the Echo was, on his Raptors, I would just invade him on his red buff because mid lane is hard winning here. But we can see the Echo is actually ganking top lane, level 3. So now, okay, this is also kind of Chinese, you invade them, whatever, you get camps. But I'm just looking for gank here. And this is really nothing else, like, overall, honestly, like this is just identifying gank, but this is how you play if you are like a fucking psycho. I know right now, like most of you guys would just go to the red buff, right? But again, this is pure fundamental mastery. Like I don't want to, like I kind of have to humble myself, but that's what it is. I am pushing the limits with my mechanics here. First of all, you gotta know your champion, right? If you're not playing Diego, you might not even think about this angle here. So this is why one-tricking is very important, especially if you want to be a mechanical freak. But right now, I identify easy kill, right? I know this is not anything crazy here, but I think you get the point, right? This is nothing else but identifying ganks, identifying when you can kill someone, and even going for a gank because you're so mechanically confident. Right here, what I'm doing here, I'm just taking the grab. I'm expecting the Echo is recalling and I don't really have bot power, so I'm not going for an invade here. Again, this, I don't want to label this, and this is really the point of this video. There is no playstyle. I don't care what you call it. You can call it full clearing. Playstyles do not exist. It's all about guaranteed stuff. And the Chinese way of playing the jungle, like most people label it, is really about identifying ganks and really having a great understanding of your mechanics and if a gank will work out. This right here though is not, even if you're not a Chinese jungler, this is still a great gank. I have great setup, we have great damage, look at the wave stat here, perfect. HP wise he's not 1 HP, but I know mechanically I can kill this guy for sure. I have great gank setup here, doesn't take a genius on LeBlanc to do something here. So I'm identifying this. Ganks, kills. This is really the point of this video. You want to be able to identify every option on the map and then evaluate if you can go for it. And the Chinese way of playing is, again, maybe there's a gank that is not very likely, but because you're mechanically very confident, then you can actually make plays like this and be very confident in your decision making. This was not that type of play. This was kind of an easy gank. But again, you perma-scan the map for information. Everything is information based. And yeah, we get 2 kills mid lane. Mid lane is over at this point. Like I managed to win this mid lane in 4 minutes. And you will see in this game, kills are so good because the Yone is out of the game. My LeBlanc is gonna hard carry mid lane. And I got myself so far ahead. If I get my camps, I'm also getting ahead, right? But I don't create this huge gap between my teammates and the enemy teams. Or this Yone in this example here, right? So kills, you always want to go for kills if they are guaranteed and you're not losing like everything on the map. But yeah, so right here, also another point I want to emphasize. In your games I don't want to go to red buff here or anything. Like I'm balancing right now, being active and passive on the map. And this is again all about how do you balance farming and ganking. Again, it's all about guaranteed stuff. Scanning the map for info. You almost dead, my LeBlanc based. I have downtime here. It makes no sense right now to just go psycho mental like Midland here, right? I mean, most of you guys wouldn't do this, right? But I'm balancing. This is like a really fine line between balancing very proactive plays, bro, I hate the term, and using your downtime to get your camps off the map. Because at the end of the day, they still give you gold, right? A bunch of gold and EXP. But you really want to balance it to perfection. So, right here, I mean, I will kind of go through this, even though this is just taking camps. Why am I taking camps here? Again, I have downtime, and I know if I take all of my camps here, like, I'm so strong. The only way the Echo is getting ahead in this game is if I didn't balance my playstyle here, and let's say for whatever reason, I'm instantly going for bot gank, whatever, not guaranteed, and then he takes my camps. But I did like 2 aggressive plays here in the early game, ganking this Yone twice. And right now, the only way for the Echo to compensate is if I make a mistake of going bot lane here, and he then gets my camps in return. Because then he's getting a lot of camps, which is kind of a problem, right? But right now, this is all I'm thinking about. I got 2 kills. The only way for him to get back into this game and to match my pace here in terms of golden XP is to get ahead in camps. So all I'm thinking about here is to just take my camps and then base with my huge lead. And at that point, like, I'm strong as shit, as you will see in this game. So that's really what I'm thinking about here. You can see here, mid lane. Look at this. We don't even see anything here. We can see the Yomos here is kind of low. This is the perfect balance. Like, if you go extreme with this Chinese playstyle, you would think about going mid lane here. And you want to think about it. But you also want to think about the other fundamental stuff. And you can really see how all of these fundamentals we always talk about in coachings and videos, whatever, really make a beautiful picture at the end of the day. And you will be able to completely stomp games. I hope this video is going to be information. I think like I'm yapping at this point. But I think this is great info. I think this is a great game to showcase this. And you can see here, like my Brom, like he's fucking a Chinese maniac. Like he's invading here. I'm like on a bunch of gold. Like this guy is Chinese next level. He's just fucking invading. He's just standing it. Like we have no idea where they are. He's just fighting over there. And again, do I go for this play? Fuck no, bro. Like I'm not perma Chinese. Like I'm only Chinese in certain parts of the game. So this right here, he's pinging me. He's a mad Chinese dude. Whatever. Like this is not racist, okay? What do I do here? Now you want to base. Like if you go for a play right now and you will see a lot of Chinese wards, they will stay on the map with a bunch of gold. But only because like in this game, I want to get my camps off, right? And at this point I have to base. So I can be as strong as I need to be to again go for kills. But at some point you have to spend your gold. So that's what I did here. Coming out of base here, I'm just looking. This is fundamental stuff. I don't have any camps up, so I can be really proactive here and look for a play. And we actually saw the China here, and this is very smart. This is playing around vision, and this is really the mastery of jungle. I know right now they don't know where I'm at. China has no idea. So I know if I invade this camp here, and I don't show, she will most likely come here for the Braum. So you can see I'm out of vision here, and I know this. I know that she doesn't know. And this allows me again to go for this play. Again, do you go for this play if you're confident in your mechanics? Of course, like I'm strong as fuck, right? And you know, I got the vision advantage, she got surprised by me. And you can see here, this play is only possible because I'm mechanically confident. And this is why I advise you play 1 or 2 champs. Then you can really apply fundamental stuff, the more passive stuff, and sprinkle on top plays like this. So right here, perfect mechanics killer. I know I can kill her, right? But this is really the mastery of jungle, balancing those things. Great mechanics with fundamentals. So, right here, of course, we don't do anything here. I'm just going back to my camps. Taking my Gromp. Here again. Do I go to my Wolves? Yes. But I actually saw the Channa moving here. And I actually knew the Yone was just pushing out mid lane again. So I'm looking again. Like I'm hunting like a fucking animal here. And you can see like I'm always like, you have to imagine the game for the enemies. Like I'm always there. Like I'm in their face 24/7. But it's again all based on, is this good or not? Am I losing anything in return? Right here again. Great adaptation. I get a kill, right? How do I push my lead here? Okay, Echo's camps are not up, fine. But I just look on the map here. What do I do now? What is like my highest value play? And I look immediately bot side. I know I just killed China. And I see this misfortune. Under tower, Wave is getting shoved in. I can one-shot her, right? I'm 4-0, I'm Viego, I'm level 6. Immediately go over the wall and just send it full on her. And this is actually kind of important. Because as you see here, like, I don't give a shit if I die for this kill. Why don't I give a shit here? And why do I give it to the misfortune? Because I know at this point, she gets a shutdown, right? She gets like 200 gold shutdown. But she will lose an entire wave. Possibly the next wave. I get a free base. I got my Aphelios ahead. So again, the gap, like the value I'm creating here is so much better. And the Echo is actually bot side here. So now he's bot side instead of on his top camps. And he's not getting anything here. And I knew the Echo was bot side, but I knew also, knowing my champion identity, my lead at this point, I can just one-shot her. So look at the Echo. He's just chasing me perma. Like, he's just trying to catch a breath or some shit. And you can see in the chat, I type, that's good. She loses a wave. I one-shot her anyways in the late game. This is really what I thought about before going for this play. And again, it's all about gold and EXP and if a play is valuable or not. And then I don't care which play you do. You have to figure out on your own what is guaranteed and what isn't. And if it's worth in terms of gold and EXP. Here again. Out of base, look at this. My entire topside is up. How many people would go to the Crux here and say, oh man, go to my Crux, leave my topside, path into Drake. Great. Like, I like that idea. But you know what I like better? Going for guaranteed plays. So right here, I know. I see my entire team here mid lane. Yone is 1 HP. If I'm here, I can get so much value. I'm just hovering here. But again, okay, nothing is up. Echo's Wrap-Off is spawning. I knew out of base, right? Of course my top camp's up, but there's still a Drake. I can still path bot lane, gank the misfortune from behind, invade his camps. I knew his Wrap-Off would be spawning soon. So you can see, like, this looks so easy, but there goes so much thought into this. And I don't think you will ever apply these concepts anytime soon, unless you're already at the high level. But I think it's very important to show you guys, and really emphasize, that there is no such playstyle. And this game, this is like chess. This is like you have so many options. Don't limit yourself to, okay, full clear into Drake, this and this. Of course, if you think this is the best play, go for it. But I just want to kind of break the notion of, oh yeah, like these old, overused, oversimplified concepts. Oh yeah, you want to path into objectives. Yes, okay. If it's good, it's good. If that's your best guaranteed play, sure. But I know at this point with my lead, and I have a mythic item at this point, I'm level 6. Like, game is very fast paced. I'm just pushing my lead even more and more because I know, okay, camps are nice, but if I can kill the enemies, deny them the camps of them, and create an even bigger gap between them and me, like, that's gonna be so much more worth. And you can see here, this actually doesn't pay off. My Braum is not playing it perfectly, and I know this right here, and this is a great example here. I went for a very aggressive play. But if I die here, this is so lost, this game. Like, it's not lost, but it's so fucking bad. I got all my camps up, and if I'm dead, I cannot get my camps, right? And I invested all this time into this play. So you have to balance again, even if you go for an aggressive play. And this is very important. And it doesn't work out. Do not force it. At some point, you know, looking at this picture right here, if I go in right here, this is not guaranteed. Their teammates are moving, right? So I'm just saying, okay, was very high value. There was a lot of value to gain, but it just didn't work out. I think in this case, the Braum was kind of committing too hard. He actually misses Q. Fine. You just say, okay, move on, next play. Don't die here. Don't overforce things. And you can really see how we go from one concept to the other. So there's really a lot of stuff to take from this game. But yeah, I mean, I'm uploading every fucking day of the week. So I got time to make a bunch of videos. So you can really see the patterns in the game. And really get a lot of volume in terms of looking at games and the breakdowns. Alright, right here. I mean, this is very obvious, right? And I just want to emphasize something here. I know mechanically with my lead here that I can kill them. I knew it at this point. I knew that this was very guaranteed. And this is really the second concept of that is very important. You can only play like this, go for risky plays, if you know you're this good at your champion and you have a very good knowledge that a risky play is actually kind of guaranteed, mechanically wise. So you can see here how this is why this playstyle is so good if you are able to pull it off. Because as you can see here, I know I flash it, I'm Yon, I know my champ, I know at this point this fight is won, right? Like look at this. And it looks very, very risky. But I knew, like, this is some intuitive mastery. Like, this is like, you know, even though you don't know. You know subconsciously. And I knew this at this point. And I just want to tell you guys, don't play like this if you're still on your improvement journey. And if you do, don't expect to get immediate results. But this is like the highest class of jungling. And like, this sounds very fucking, I don't know, this sounds very diluted what I'm saying here. But that's really what it is. All of this is like identifying what is guaranteed in terms of my skill. And I can pull it off, right? I mean, in some games you cannot pull it off. Again, there is no such thing as a playstyle in every game. Every game is very different. But you have to be at a point of understanding the fundamentals and first of all understanding what is guaranteed and what isn't in terms of golden EXP. And then you can build on top of that. And all the stuff I'm teaching here is just based off of that notion. Everything is golden EXP. So right here, for me it looked guaranteed. For you it might not. And I'm telling you, if this doesn't look guaranteed for you, like from this point here, looking at mid lane, if this doesn't look guaranteed for you, or like a high success rate, if you're not mechanically confident, whatever, then you just do a less risky play, which is guaranteed. Like basing. Going out of base to your top camps, pathing into Drake. This is great. But I just want to show you guys how much there is to applying games. Because most games actually will feel kind of stale for you if you're always, in the same frame of mind of, okay, now the Drake is up, now I'm gonna full clear. Sure, you can do that, and this is very guaranteed. I mean, I know loads of, especially American junglers, they play like this. And it works out, and you can climb with this. But I just want to show you guys like how much you can push the limits. So, right here, we go for a play here. Again, are you going for this play? You have to know yourself, right? You have to know yourself how, at the point where you're at, how guaranteed it is. Based on your mechanics and your understanding of the fundamentals. So again, we killed the Yon, bro. This dude is out of the game here. And I'm just looking again. Taking my camp looking. Can I use my aura over the wall, kill her? Okay, cannot. So what I do here, okay, this is kind of a reaction here. I know if I go here, I can possibly get a kill. I think China is R though, so I'm fine with this. Again though, I know my damage, I know my mechanics, I know I can kill her, I know my damage output, right? Actually, I don't kill her, which kind of sucks. So this was again kind of close. You can see, guys, like not every play I'm going for is a success, but most of them are, and this is consistency. I mean, I'm just looking at this point because as you can see here in this game, like the enemies are so overwhelmed. Like they are diamond players, diamond master players in the previous season. They are overwhelmed with this action, right? This is really the beauty of Chinese jungling once you get it down. And I don't want to call it like this. Again, there is no playstyle, there is no Chinese, there is no North American jungling. This is just the way I labeled it because most people understand it that way the best. But yeah, I am 9, 1, and 4. And this game might look to you that you cannot ever apply this stuff. And I will tell you, you probably can't, because all of this is based on a pretty good understanding of fundamentals and then your mechanics. And combining these two factors will allow you to, like, I'm not even thinking about my place in this game. I am subconsciously, but it's like not taking a lot of mental space from me. But again, you might be at a different point in your journey. Okay, you are not confident on your mechanics, you're still struggling with the fundamentals, or you're just applying them, right? Fine, like I was there too. but this is really what you can, like, you can hard stomp fucking master players like this. So yeah, I think at this point the game is pretty much over. I mean, I can go over this, like, I actually died here. This might be important again. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I still die here. This death was actually kind of good though. China used flash, she got the shotgun, so I actually knew, like, if the only way she's gonna kill me is if she's gonna flash for me, then China's gonna get my shotgun. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like, this game, I mean, we ended at 17-5. I mean, I can just prove it to you, right? We're ending here, so you don't think I just threw this game. We just ended the game here. It's over. And now with the conclusion, because this is a very chaotic video, I know. The conclusion is, fuck your playstyle. There is no such thing as playstyles. I don't know who invented this. I mean, I get it. It's sort of a more simplistic way to look at the game, and I think it's great. I do the same shit. I break down concepts into very simple, replicable concepts. So it's easy to understand and apply, not only in one game, but in all of your games. There is only good and bad. Again, gold and XP wise, and that's all there is. And this is really gonna make up your playstyle. Your playstyle should be what is guaranteed gold and XP wise. What is my most guaranteed play with as little risk as possible. So, if you want to stick with your proactive, reactive playstyle, I mean, you guys probably saw the drama with Dantes and Agarin. Oh, he's proactive, this guy's reactive. Whatever. Very dumb discussion. Thinking like this, so shallow, proactive, reactive, instead of thinking, having like a overview of, okay, it's all about golden XP and then basing your plays off of that. If you think like proactive and reactive playstyles, that's only going to screw your understanding of the game. And you will at some point not be able to climb past your plateaus. And then you're going to come for coaching to me. So, and you don't want that now, you actually kind of want it. So, this is like the last thing here. If you look at this down here, passive, active, what do I mean by this? This is how a game might look like, right? The game is starting, your buff is spawning at 130. You are farming 3 camps. This is passive. But again, game just started, there was no kill, right? You just started the game, clearing your first 3 camps. This would be passive. After 3 camps, maybe you go for an invade. Let's say you do a red buff. You know, jungle matchup wise, you win a 1-on-1, you identify, you have lane priority, you go for an invade. This would be active. You kill them. Active stuff. Proactive stuff. Then, after you kill, let's say, the enemy jungler, you do another active play. Like a gank, right? After killing them. From behind, a good angle. Maybe you take another camp, which would be active, right? Then you would do something passive, like you would just clear your camps, which are still left on the map, or you would just immediately base, since you got so much gold. That would be passive. Coming out of base, you do passive stuff, you get your camps, then again. Maybe there's a gank, so you were active then. After that gank, you immediately base, you protect your cross-side camps or whatever, passive. And then you maybe go for an objective, which is active. Then you kill someone because they contested, active. And because maybe the echo dies, or you know, the enemy jungler is contesting it, you kill him. Then you make another active play. You punish the enemy jungler. He's dead. You invade his camps, active. And at that point, you just push your lead and it's GG, right? This can be any other way. It could be active, 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 right? If you watch my my previous videos, I had a game where I had like 3 ganks on my first clear. Active, active, active. My last video, I was just passive, 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 passive. And at the 7-minute mark, there was actually a gank. So then I became active. So that's really how you have to think about it. I hope this kind of makes sense. I don't really know if it does. Yeah, I was just kind of yapping maybe. But if this is gonna help like at least one person, I'm good with that. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Like, I needed some fucking Adderall for this. Not just kidding. So yeah, stay tuned for the next one. We got some bangers coming out.